Alrighty, hey y'all, this is Variety Films Reviews very first review, and I'm kicking off my top 20 favorite movies of all time, my personal list by the way, with The Wolf of Wall Street. And for anyone who doesn't know, The Wolf of Wall Street is a 3-hour biopic directed by Martin Scorsese and starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, the future Harley Quinn by the way, in case you didn't know, and Jonah Hill. So this film covers the life of Jordan Belfort, real-life stockbroker who starts off on Wall Street as a low-level stockbroker, and then his company goes to the ground and crashes. So he's out of a job for a while. And then he has to look for a new job, and he comes across this small little stockbroking company that sells penny stocks. Penny stocks are stocks that with low shares, so it's all bullshit companies that are not very good, not really going to make much money, but on the upside for the stockbrokers is their profit is 50%, whereas Jordan's old company that he worked at, his profit was only 1%. So Jordan meets Donnie, his soon-to-be best friend, and they start working together, and they start formulating this company together, which is Stratton Oakmont. Instantly, Jordan being a really good stockbroker and a money-hungry, craven guy, he kicks ass with the penny stocks, and eventually he starts building his own company and building his clientele with some guys he knows, some hustlers, a lot of drug dealers who sell weed, and he starts formulating some friends, and he gets his group going, and he ends up making his own company. Going back to how much they don't care about money, in one of the beginning scenes when Jordan starts talking about all the drugs he does, he's talking about his #1 drug, and he's snorting a line of cocaine, but he's like, not this. And he shows 100, and he's talking about money, how money is the most powerful drug and the most yearning drugs that you want to get, and then he just crumbles it up and throws it in a trash can, and you just see all the hundreds in there, and it's just like, man, that's crazy. And this where comes Rob Reiner, Jordan's dad. He's like the Punisher kind of. He's a real badass guy, and he's really angry, to be honest. And he talks about all their money that they're spending, and he just starts blowing up. He's like, you had a $10,000 dinner, and it's just like, yeah, whatever, blah blah blah. It's like you can just show how much they don't care and how much full of shit they are, and it's just kind of really pisses everyone off. So originally Jordan had a wife, and it actually is the girl from How I Met Your Mother, which if you didn't see it towards the end or you're not there yet, I won't spoil that. But anyway, he's a regular guy when it comes to his wife, but then the money starts coming into play, and at one of his parties he meets Margot Robbie. And yeah, she's fucking hot. And in this movie there's a really obscure scene where Donnie, Jonah Hill, shows how much he appreciates her beauty. So after some times of fucking around, Jordan's wife finds out that he's been with Naomi, Margot Robbie, and then she flips out and she leaves. So then Jordan moves Naomi into the apartment, and then they start really shacking up, and then they eventually get married and have a kid. So if you haven't guessed by now, with all the power and all the money and all the dumb shit that Jordan does and with his company and by himself, that he's going to start getting investigated. So here comes the FBI, played by Kyle Chandler, main detective, guy from Friday Night Lights, which he was awesome. So then he comes checking in, and Jordan's arrogance, instead of just being low-key and trying to get by at his arrogance, he tries to set up a bribe, and then that really pisses off the detective, and he really starts getting on his ass. I would say my favorite scene in the whole movie is, I'd say about 3/4 in, when Jordan and Donnie take the old lewds, and they don't kick in until later, and then if ultimately you've seen the scene where he's crawling because his legs don't work and then he drives the car, that scene is amazing. I own this film and I love it. I really say you get the Blu-ray because it's an amazing film. It's a great watch. It's 3 hours, but it doesn't really feel like 3 hours. Yeah, maybe 2.5, so it does feel long, but I mean, it's very entertaining for the entire 3 hours. You got Margot Robbie, and how do you not want to look at her for at least 3 hours? So that's awesome. Overall, it's a great experience. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cringe a little bit for some of the shit you do, but overall it's very entertaining. You're gonna want to check it out, maybe even a couple times a year. So definitely pick up the Blu-ray. But if you're on the fence and you don't want to get it, or you just don't like buying movies, it is on Hulu Plus, so that is a perk. You can definitely check it out on there if you have it, or if you can get someone else's account. My rating for this film is, I'm gonna say an 8.5. The acting is really good. It's not just Leonardo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie, but overall the acting is good. You really believe that these characters are who they are, and that they're actually, showing the real them. Martin Scorsese directed this film really well. It is a biopic, so the script isn't really as open as some movies would be, but given that you've followed real life experiences and real life events, I feel like it went pretty well. It told the story great. It had a really good flow to it, and it was just a great, entertaining movie. So check this out. I really think that Leonardo DiCaprio is Oscar-worthy, so if you like him as an actor and you've never seen this movie, definitely check it out. If you follow Martin Scorsese's films, it's really a good one, and you should definitely check that out. Like I said, it's just an entertaining movie. It's going to make you laugh, so it's not going to waste your time. Yeah, it's 3 hours, so be prepared for that, but hey, that means you're just going to get some popcorn, get some candy, some pop, a lot of food, whatever, But yeah, so subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Like and share this. If you see this on Facebook, it's going to help me out. It's my very first video. I got more to come. This is number 20 on my top 20 list, so let me know what you think. Leave your comments, and I'm open for feedback. Thanks, guys.